Okay, guys. So we having issues with the network, but we believe now it will be better now. So sorry about what's happening, and for those who are going to be watching all over again, well, sorry about that. So we're going to be having Mr. Emmanuel all over again, and then we're going to start again. So let's say start again, but we're just going to continue where we ended. So we're going to send Mr. Emmanuel the link now, and then. Okay, so waiting for Mr. Emmanuel, and then we're going to go straight up to the section. We'll sorry about this. And let me just make a little bit of emphasis on what you said about branding, personal branding, how important it is. So, one of the points he made was the fact that personal branding really helps young leaders and individuals to make people understand who they are and what they actually stand for. So, in other words, personal branding helps an individual have an identity, like a clear identity of what they are producing or what they are giving out. So that's one of the importance of personal branding. So we are having issues with the network, so we're going to actually wait for him to join us again, and then we will begin. We're very sorry about that. But it's very important to understand that personal branding actually gives you an identity and makes people okay. Yeah. So Mr. Emmanuel just joined us now. Okay, now this time I'm trusting that it will be way better than it was before. Way better than it was before. Okay. 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 I think it's been
Okay,
okay.
so I have to step out from inside. I came out of the veranda so
Okay.
that network
Okay,
will,
okay, okay. Okay, that's better. I can hear you well now.
I think it's much better. Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome. So I
yeah,
just
very
put my
better.
headphones
Very
in.
better. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I was talking about what personal branding is and why it's important, all right? Now, we need to understand something about personal brand. You know, when we use these two words, personal and branding, people usually think it's something very big.
Mm.
It has to do with doing something big, spending a whole lot of money, doing this, doing
Exactly.
that. It's not, yeah, those things are
Mm.
much more than that. Now, when you're
Mm.
known for something, it simply means you have branded yourself to be known for that thing. I am known for writing. I am known for being a salesperson, a broker. It simply means I have branded myself to be known for that. I have not
Mm.
allowed people who are watching me or people who are following me to dictate what I'm being known for. But personally,
Mm.
I've taken the initiative to tell people this is what I am doing. This is what I want you to know me for. That is what the whole grammar is all about.
Mm.
And when anybody understands it this way, it will help you to take little active steps to brand yourself. Before technology came, people used to still do branding, personal branding. But it's just that technology has brought it in a way it has made it easier, and
Mm.
it helped us to achieve more over a short period of time. All right. Of course, before technology came, we used to know people to be palm wine tappers, people to be bicycle repairers, people to be this, people to be that. Now they started branding themselves by word of mouth, telling people they meet every day, oh, this is what I do. I can fix your car for you. I can fix your bicycle for you. I can bring palm wine. I sell palm wine. I do this. I do that. I'm a farmer. I'm this. I'm that.
Mm.
That conversation, that speaking, that thing you're doing, you are branding yourself. Or is it that someone that is a palm wine or a farmer, you are not known for repairing bicycles? Why? Because this is who you are.
Mm.
I'm using this example so that I'll help you, everyone listening, understand that sometimes hearing that grammar confuses some of us, and we think it's something very big. So when someone sees someone knows about you and knows this is what you're doing, it means you have branded yourself. Doing that, if you don't talk about it, it's not possible. It's not possible. Now, deciding or taking an active role, you'd say, this is how I want people to me as a public speaker, as a programmer. I want people to perceive me as an entrepreneur. I want people to perceive me as this or
Mm.
that. Taking that active step, initiating, doing something every day
Mm.
that shows that you want people to see you this way or that way, that is what personal branding means. So let's not
Mm.
kill ourselves over the big words, branded and personal. Let's not do that. This is what it means in personal terms. And as
Mm.
leaders, it is very important, it is crucial, it is imperative that
Mm.
we brand ourselves. If you do not brand yourself, there is no way you would convince someone to believe in you. And as a leader,
Mm.
you want people to
Mm.
believe in you. You want people to follow you. You want people to support you. You want people to heed your advice. So if you don't
Mm.
brand yourself, if you're not seen as an authority in one thing or the other, there is no how you can lead. People will not support you to
Mm.
lead. And the thing is, it's one thing to have the desire of leading. It's also another thing for some people to support you and say he can lead. Let us go for him. Let us give him the support he needs. The two is important. Everybody can have that desire to lead. Everybody can have it. Even if he's not in it, you can develop it. Anybody can develop it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the other part, okay, people when it's time for election or anything, many people buy the tickets for presidential that people don't support all of them at once. Do you get it?
Mm.
Fine. Anybody can decide to come for a lady's hand in marriage. So why is it that he doesn't agree to anybody that just comes? Do you get the gist? It still has everything we do in life, miracle. Everything we do in life has relationship with branding ourselves personally.
Mm.
If you get a job,
Mm.
it means you.
Mm. Okay. I hope it has not started again. I hope it hasn't started again. Okay. Okay, can you hear me? Ha, it has started again. It has started again. I don't know why this sector that is very interesting and this is happening. Can every viewer hear me? If you can hear me, just say hi. I can't hear Mr. Emmanuel. Yeah, I also can hear him. Okay, yes, let's let him know we can. Okay, you can hear me, but Mr. Emmanuel, they can't hear you. I don't know whether you can even hear us, actually. I really don't know. Okay, so you guys can hear me. So, Mr. Emmanuel, they can't hear you. What's happening? But this sector is really interesting, really, really interesting. It's actually giving identity to people. And I don't know why it's actually doing this way. If this is really happening, we might have to reschedule this section again. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel is gone. Well, sorry about this. Really sorry about this. My president is here from University of Lagos Faculty of Arts is actually here. Let me say Mrs. Slade. She's our president, and then my graphic designer, my boss. He was also my personal brander. So, Mr. Mon, I'm going to try and hard you up again. I really don't know why this is happening. I don't know why this is happening. Okay, but it's a really nice section for me. You know, so one of the things which I actually took from it is actually they take into people the perception they should have about you. So personal branding has to do with let people have a perception about you. That's what I got. And what's someone knowing you for something. Okay, so we're just going to wait. Sorry, that's why I said meets. Okay, so waiting for Mr. Mano to join again, and then we're going to go straight up. So please, if you have any question, you could just drop them on the comment section, and then we would take them off. If yeah, okay. Let me had okay, we're waiting for him to actually join. So I think the network is bad, very very bad, very very bad. So my president, she's not Mrs. So she's Miss. So let me not disbrand her. Okay, okay. I don't know why this is happening, but let's wait for Mr. Emmanuel to join again. So let me try and add him up again. Okay. 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 And now this should be better now. This should be better. I think this should be better. I just hope this is better. I really hope this is gonna be better. Okay. I hope this is gonna be better. Is this better? Ah, no, I can't see
Okay, guys.
you.
It's better. All right. So, guys, the thing is, I traveled. I moved out. So, so I think maybe that's the reason. Very messy. I think that's the reason. But I hope I wasn't disturbed again. All right. So, but uh, we've defined what personal and why it's important. All right. Miracle, can you hear
Hey,
me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. My leg is still bad, but I can still hear you. I can still hear you, but leg is bad. But I can hear you actually. I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, let's continue then.
Yes, 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 yes.
Right. Okay. Now, okay, so having defined what personal branding and broken down to seemingly big words into steps we can understand, let us briefly consider what is involved in branding and benefits of personal branding. All right. Um, one thing we have to know we are branding ourselves is we will try to fake it. It is important that we are authentic as possible when we are branding ourselves, right? In as much as you want people to see you in a particular way, you don't want people to have a wrong, you don't want to create a wrong impression of yourself, right? Anything you can do, say you can do. What you can do, don't say you can do it, brand. All right, so we must strive as authentic as possible branding ourselves, right? When we are branding ourselves, we need to be authentic and you need to be yourself, right? You need to try and be yourself. Don't claim what you are not. Don't do that. Don't claim what you're not. Be yourself. It is very, very important. Now, the thing about personal branding, one of the benefits of personal branding is that it helps you gain confidence. When you brand yourself, you are confident. You are courageous in who you stand for. When your personal brand is solid, you can go to even where presidents are, even where governors are, official people, and you can go there and why people know you, right? You see people that are, that believe in you, people that support you, and you might be whispering, "Oh, I know him, I know him." Ah, you don't know him, so you are confident in yourself and in what to deliver. And as a leader, Confidence is a very important thing you have to have. You remember why I said that personal branding and leadership go hand in hand? It's like 5 and 6, right? So personal branding helps you to be confident. Do you know that even when you brand yourself personally very well, even certain things you cannot do, you can do it. And you yourself, you might know you cannot do that thing, but because people think you can do it, you might go back to learn how to do that thing. And now it has happened to me before, right? You now back something they don't know you can they don't know you cannot do that thing, and you yourself know you cannot do that thing, but it's in front of you and you have to save your go back, go out to do it, come back and do it. So that confidence, when you have a personal brand, it gives you so much. Good personal brand, you can even achieve certain things that you never knew you could achieve. So that confidence it gives you is something very, very important. When you have a good personal brand, you are confident. You might be addressing people and you see someone is Googling your name and you read your name and read about something about you or something that you've done in the past, or maybe any achievement you have. It increases the respect they have for you, and it increases your confidence. It helps the person to have confidence. And another thing that it helps you to do is to build credibility. It helps you build credibility. You are known as someone that is straightforward, someone is serious, someone that is important, that is credible. Right? Personal brand helps you to build. You're authentic. They see you as someone that is strong-willed, and these are things that are important as leaders. Right? You can be trusted when you have a good personal brand. People will trust. People will pay for whatever you're selling because your personal brand is on point. Right? Another bit of having a good personal brand is showcasing your specialty. When you have a good personal brand, and also in the process of building your personal brand, you need to strive to showcase the area that you are an expertise. Showcase it. Talk about for all of us are in social media, all right? Talk about that thing you do. Talk about repetition. Do it in every day. Do it regularly. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Talk that you're good at in different forms. You could narrate a story about how you use your skills or expertise to help a company or to help another job or to help a client. Talk about it, all right? Showcase yourself, show that you're good in. That is, you are building your personal brand. Before you know it, people are already believing that you're a particular area, all right? And one benefit, when they see an opportunity in that area, don't worry, I know someone that can do it very, very, very well. Maybe that person that is canvassing for you, you've not met that person before. You've not met that person before. You've not done business with that person. But over time, the person has been reading things about this particular thing you're talking about. It could be how to grow Instagram followers. You're always talking about it. Benefits of Instagram. How to get customers on Instagram. How to grow Instagram followers. And let's say one person has been listening or reading your post on that particular thing for a period of time. When an opportunity arises, and it to you that person will come to you if he wants to build Instagram followers. Why? Because you branded yourself as an expert in Instagram followers. Do you get it? So always showcase your specialty. Now, another benefit of personal brand is you leave a mark in that field. If by peradventure you want to from one field to another, it will also, if you switch from, let's say you're switching from let's say fintech to some other field, from the real estate. Tomorrow, years to come, and someone wants to the person who might be referencing you work you have done in fintech. Do you understand? So it simply means that you've left a mark in fintech. Why? Because you yourself in that area. Not brand yourself. Oh, people will say, oh, okay, I know him. This is what he does.
Yeah.
But if you've branded yourself over, oh, I know him, but what I know him for is, you know him for is this, all right? Hey, oh, is he in now? Okay, the fact that he did well in this area, it also means that he will do area, and you see, he follow you to that new area that you're going. That is just how it. And as leaders, we people have to be able to know we've left a mark in a particular area, and we are now coming in a new area to also leave our mark. It means that he has succeeded in something. It also means he will succeed in this new thing that he's doing. You get it? So that is how we do. Let me give you an example of this guy. That Tim Shagaye, the guy that the CEO of U Lesson. I don't know if you know this U Lesson app.
Yeah, yes,
This
yes,
U Lesson
yes.
app. Now, fine. Sim has been an e-commerce professional. I know him as an e-commerce professional guy for years. He co-founded Konga before he sold
Wow.
it. He co-founded one other company as well before he sold it. Before he now founded U Lesson. So immediately I saw that he's the one behind U Lesson, I automatically knew that it is success. Why? Because he has already succeeded in some other previous. He have left a mark in some other previous venture. So automatically I'm like, he knows what he's doing. He will do well in it. And whatever he says, I just believe because he has already branded himself as an expert in previous areas. So branding helps you leave a mark. Now, another thing, it helps you to connect to your target audience. All right, it helps you audience. Now, one thing about personal branding is that it requires communicating a message to the right people. All right, you're not communicating the message to the entire world. You're communicating a message to a particular group of people, a particular audience. So it requires communication to create an emotional connection with that audience. And you do that consistently, you connect with your target audience. All right. When you're a personal brand, you are interacting with people because you cannot build a personal brand without communicating, without speaking about something. All right. For example, you speak about leadership. All right. You talk about leadership and how people can be good leaders in this 20th century. All right. When you're talking about things, you're connecting with your audience. You're connecting with existing leaders or prospective leaders, right? So when that process of communication, process of dishing out content in a particular, you are branding yourself and you are connecting with your target audience, all right? Another thing that personal branding does for you is that it distinguishes from the crowd. It separates you from the crowd. It separates you from the crowd. They cannot categorize you like other people, right? They cannot. You're separate. You're seen as a distinct, unique individual, right? That is another benefit of personal branding. You're separate. You're seen as
Okay. Now this is getting interesting. It's going bad now. I can't hear you. It started again. I can't hear you. It started again. so, I don't know. Maybe can you hear me? Okay. For me, okay, if you can hear me, if you can hear me. So I was thinking, can you hear me? Ah, no, this is not right. This is not good. That's Instagram. Why are you doing this? So I don't even know how to even I don't even know how to even ask question now, but there's some questions I actually want to ask. Though you actually okay, there's some questions I actually wanted to ask. Though you actually answered them in between. So I don't know whether it is possible to reschedule this section so that we don't miss out great points that you're actually making here. And then I don't know whether it's really possible. So we could just cut this for today, and maybe whenever you're available, we could actually reschedule this. I don't know if it's possible. Let me add you up again. Let me add you up again. I don't know, but it's a great point that I believe it's very, very important for young leaders like us and the next generation set of leaders that are actually coming up. Okay. Okay. Okay, I can hear you now. Very good. I can. Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I can. So,
Okay, can you hear me
there's a
now?
question I actually wanted to ask. Okay, so the question I want to ask. So I've had young people telling me, so though you've
Okay,
answered,
yeah.
let's say approximately, you've answered
Okay,
almost all of the
okay.
questions that you want to ask in between as you were speaking. One of the questions that you wanted to ask is the factor of young people who know how to do a whole lot of things. So we have some people who come to say, "Oh, okay, Miracle, I can do a whole lot of things. But I have an idea, but I don't have like an example of a young lady came to me. She said, "Okay, Miracle, I want to go into shoemaking." So she said, "How do I? I don't have the money." And I suggested that okay, start with letting people know this is what you do. Maybe posting something or making a graphics and letting them know, okay, this is your logo and all that. So the question is, for someone who has an idea but they don't have the resources to step up the idea, instead of the idea, what do you think we should start with in the beginning?
Okay, so
Start.
you have an idea, but
Yeah.
you don't know how to grow the idea, right? Right? Fine. Now, my advice is first of all, learn as much as you can in that idea. Learn you can to the best of your ability in that idea first. All right? It's not possible to learn everything anyway, but anything you can lay your hand in, learn and everything you can in that idea first. Now, when you're done learning it, then it is only you can teach or you cannot communicate what you do not know. It is only when you can communicate, all right? You can communicate empty head, all right? Not the computer cannot give you something out, something in. You need to impute for you to have, all right? So the person has to learn everything he can in that area, right? After you're done, you try to put in practice, and then you can start building your brand. Now, as you're learning, you can also build your brand as you're learning. How do you do it? As you, for example, someone that is learning shoemaking, you can start building your brand right the moment you start learning it. How do you do it? You try to communicate the process of your learning to people that are following you. Now, the people that are following you they'll see your growth, right? They'll see your growth. They'll say, "Oh, I know when he started. Oh, he has finished. Oh, that's a very." The people automatically. You remember what we said about one of the things that make up personal branding, being authentic, being original, right? Now you're showing them that you're original. You didn't just come out from nowhere and said, "I'm selling shoes" or "I'm making shoes." Process. There's somewhere you started. There's somewhere everything happened. So as you're learning everything you can in that area, start building your brand, right? Start communicating with. Oh, I started. Imagine someone that started learning shoemaking, and he goes to LinkedIn and posts, "Oh, I started my shoemaking classes today. This is what I learned, blah, 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 blah." Do you think if I see that person's post in the next 6 months about selling shoes, do you think I'll be surprised? I will not be surprised. Actually, I'm more likely to buy his shoes. Why? Because I've already been seeing he's talking about this particular thing over and over again. So it's easy for me to say, "Oh, he's good at this." So once you start something, feed your audience about the process. They should see
Wow.
you doing it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think we may have to cut it here so that the space in between our cutting, it will not be too much for people to want to listen to this over again. So Mr. Simon, I want to say thank you very much for accepting my invitation. Thank you very much for pouring out. I was able to write 3 pages out of all that you said, thank you so much. I'm really grateful. Really grateful. Really grateful. So
You're
we're going to cut it
welcome.
now, and then I'm going to see you
Yeah.
in camera.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're
I'm really
welcome. You're
grateful. Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Yeah. Nice having you. Nice having you.